Fortnite's birthday update has brought free rewards, new Easter eggs, and a whole lot more, so let's break everything down. Fortnite is 6 years old, and to celebrate, everyone's getting the Slice 06 back bling for free. And yeah, we get cake every year, but there's something special about this one, and notice the color? It's gray! In fact, this is the only common back bling in Fortnite history. It has taken 6 years to add one, and what better way to do it? Speaking of new cosmetics, J Balvin Redux looks incredible. They put a ton of effort into this redesign, but if you look at J Balvin's shoes, they are way too realistic. It turns out these are real versions of Air Jordans and are dropping on September 23rd. Now make sure to keep an eye out at Sanguine Sweets. In this outer area, you'll see bushes which are purely there for decoration, right? Well, start crouching and their secret purpose is unlocked. These are amazing hiding spots, and I don't think anyone would expect to get one bumped out of them. Now, as I mentioned, it's Fortnite's 6th birthday, and they're following tradition by bringing back presents and balloons. You can also walk around the island and find birthday cakes laying around. All of this happens every year, but something that has never happened before is when you thank the bus driver. Now you'll wish them a happy birthday, which is the first time this has been updated since 2018. But a secret that no one's talking about can be found at Windcatch Lake. Buried in the rocks on this small island, there's a sign for Lockie's Lighthouse. Anyone who played in Chapter 2 will immediately recognize this as the iconic POI that lit up the whole map. You can't use this as a vantage point anymore, but you can get an insane advantage with the crash pads. This version has split the fan base in half, yet there's one thing we could all agree on: this trick is overpowered. Sprinting into it will only get you this far, but if you throw the crash pad while sliding, it sends you flying. Another feature you're missing out on are the hot springs at Steamy. Since being added, these heal you while you swim in them, but it was only HP until today. In a secret update, Fortnite has made it so the hot springs increase your shield too. It's also much faster, but only does 19 health at a time, so simple fix, just hop in and out. And honestly, one of the smartest plays in Season 4 uses the new Ice Mythic. Once you're broken into the vaults, you can stop anyone following you with the frozen walls. Pretty much the entire hallway can be blocked off in seconds, and considering how much health these have, you'll be looting the place for as long as you want. Now, we've all watched Fortnite trailers and tried to recreate them. Usually, it doesn't work the way you think. Not this time. If you watched the Season 2 Resistance trailer, then you probably spotted players sliding under tanks. It doesn't actually work, but you could do this for any vehicle with Chonkers tires. It's just one of their many uses, like saving you from a fall. But if you don't have tires on hand, there's an easier way to survive. Once you find yourself falling from a cliff, just use the Ice Wall Mythic before landing, and congrats, you have survived the impossible. This has another hidden feature which can only be found when you combine it with a second mythic. If you come across an ice wall, use Deku Smash, and for some reason, you'll get Icy Feet. It makes sense, Deku's Mythic is an easy way to demolish these walls, so they needed to balance it somehow. Now, you might be surprised to hear that Fortnite lied in their own patch notes. During last week's update, they told us the game time augment had been enabled. It had its own image and everything, only for us to log in and nothing was there. Fast forward an entire week, and now Epic has finally enabled the perk. You can now get your pizza bundled with chug splashes. By the way, this is the only method of getting them, so enjoy splashing your friends while you can. But that's not all, because we got Shell Slide that gives you ammo while sliding, and Jump Balloon, which does exactly what you'd expect. One of the most underrated parts of the birthday update includes secret balance changes which Fortnite told no one about. The Mythic Ray Gun has been buffed and fires faster, just like TNT in his bow. They also made Slurp Juice harder to find for some reason, but at least they buffed the Havoc Suppressed AR. Only two things were nerfed: the Foundation's MK and the Sticky Grenade Launcher. Of course, they added the double pump cooldown to these two because we all know how overpowered that was. For those who love the item shop, earlier this month, Paxton Price came out of nowhere. A pleasant surprise, but there was something familiar about him. People couldn't figure out why until they looked in the surveys and saw this concept. Yeah, let's just say the downgrade is disappointing a lot of fans. At least they could buy some iconic outfits with the new Funko collection. After years of waiting, we could finally get the Foundation. Yeah, it seriously took this long. There's also two Meowscles and Shadow Midas. Okay, ton of storyline outfits, but what's Gumbo doing here? Not the only random skin. Sludge has been around since 2019, but Fortnite recently updated him without telling anyone. For years, his lobby pose had a tiny smirk which always felt off. I guess someone at Epic thought the same thing, because if you load this skin in 2023, he looks super angry. Probably because the Shockwave Hammer got removed, or maybe it's because Vending Machines just lost their personality. He used to walk up to these things and say hi to Lana. She was an adorable pixelated llama, and Fortnite straight up deleted her. So ruthless. The worst part is, we have no idea why. Now, if you've heard of the recent Xbox court case, they're basically trying to buy Activision, and all of their confidential documents are being leaked to the public. If that sounds familiar, it's because the exact same thing happened to Epic Games when they sued Apple. Years of collabs are leaked in an instant, and now it is Xbox turn. So while most people are digging through new games or consoles, there was one page which was super interesting: the top 20 most engaged franchises. We have the usual suspects like Roblox, Assassin's Creed, then near the top there's GTA, Minecraft, and FIFA. None of those are number one because yeah, beating out every other franchise, we have Fortnite with almost 11 billion hours played from 2015 to 2019. That's ridiculous, and every other game had a 2-year head start. Speaking of advantages, if you're playing competitively and want to know the best glider in Season 4, I got you covered. I'm sure people don't like Cabby LeMay said, but you need to use his glider. Not only is it one of the smallest in the game, but it gives you a huge wide-angle POV, so you truly get the best advantage. By the way, if you're strapped for cash, the Epic Games settlement money is ready to claim. If you're a US resident and were charged V-Bucks for items you didn't want between 2017 and 2022, you could get a share of $245 million. Or if you have a kid who bought V-Bucks without permission, that works too. I'll say this, it's pretty weird seeing a .gov website with /Fortnite on the end. And that's not the only ridiculous combo. Now that balloons are back, it feels like Chapter 3 all over again. You can grab the Foundation's Mythic MK Alpha from vaults and annihilate people from the skies. With the right amount of aim assist, this thing is ridiculous. But what happens if you combine the Ice Wall Mythic with cars? I'm not exactly sure why you would do this, but if your car is on the brink of exploding and you use an ice wall on it, this thing turns into a trampoline. Just make sure you have a rocket ram to break your fall. And that's not the only way you can make the most of these two items. It is super annoying when you're stuck behind the ice walls, especially in the vaults, but there's an easy way to break through these, and all you need is a simple rocket ram. Not only do you get the same effect as Deku Smash, but you avoid icy feet, so it's even more effective. But if you wanted any confirmation that the LEGO collab is right around the corner, here it is. Soon you'll be able to log into the Epic Games launcher with your LEGO account, or connect it to your existing Epic login. I mean, when's the last time they did this for a collab? Never, which shows exactly how big this thing is gonna be. Once it drops, the crossover is supposed to be game-changing, and they might even let us build with LEGO. Originally, people thought this would drop with a 30-day long season in November, but that has been debunked. Whatever happens is a total mystery, but it's gonna be Chapter 4 Season 5, and that'll lead us straight into the next chapter with a live event. We're already getting leaks about the finale, which is codenamed Durian, and it'll be officially revealed on November 21st. The event itself is scheduled for December 2nd, with grind rails and cinematics in the files. It'll have 6 phases, but what happens between now and then is a total mystery. Well, kinda, we have learned that Reboot a Friend is returning in a matter of weeks. This time, it'll be huge, giving us a whole new set for Madcap and challenges to earn it. These aren't your average rewards. He's coming with a back bling, emote, banner, pickaxe, and spray. Literally all you gotta do to earn them is things like playing 60 minutes with your friends or eliminating 50 players. The toughest one will be earning 60 levels each, but that'll probably reward you with the skins, so it evens out. If you took part in the last Refer a Friend, there's a problem with that where the site was down for months. Epic never fixed it, leading people to lose out on rewards. Well, now, in preparation for the next event, Fortnite is giving the Immortal Oasis wrap to people randomly, which is one way to solve it, I guess. Did you know for the last couple of days we've had the Ice Wall Mythic broken without realizing it? If you thought it was weird that we do a cool animation without anything happening, that's because you're meant to have an ice gauntlet equipped. Now Fortnite has finally repaired this, and the Mythic looks cooler than ever. Speaking of chilly weather, another random addition is in the ice biome, which usually gets ignored in these updates. But if you head to this part of the map, you'll notice that the reboot van has turned a different color. Anyone who's paying attention at the start of the season knows this is a deboot van, which has been taken over by May. Thanks to this new one, there's now 2 deboot vans on the map, and they're gonna keep spreading. But why? And will something happen once they've all been hacked? Until then, those are secrets in Fortnite's birthday update. It's been Tommy, keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.